I've been doing the carnivore diet for 2 months and I noticed my erections are harder and bigger. Hey guys, I'm Alex Grendy, a men's sex coach here to help you overcome performance anxiety in the bedroom and become the best lover you can be. If you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notifications on so you can stay up to date with all of my new videos. So for the last 2 months, I've been playing around with the carnivore diet and it was simply just out of curiosity. I'm a former soccer player, so I love testing my body and seeing how I can maximize my potential and increase my performance in all of these different ways. So it's just natural for me to want to try all of the different diets and see how they affect my body. Yeah, just a disclaimer, I am not trying to sell anybody on carnivore. I just want to share my experience. I was super skeptical about it. You read some of these things from Sean Baker, Paul Saladino, all of these guys who are really like pumping the carnivore diet. So you kind of think to yourself like, okay, is this legitimate? Are they just trying to sell books? But you can't deny all of the success stories that they've had. So when you're reading all these comments and you're seeing people that are like, oh my God, this changed my life. And it's really interesting. So I had to check it out for myself. I started with the strictest form of carnivore, which was meat, salt, and water. This is something I saw from Mikhaila Peterson's page, and she suggested this for people who are trying the diet for the first time. And it was really, really interesting. For the first week, I was enjoying it a lot. But once I hit week 2, I was crushed. I was just like so mentally demoralized of seeing that I could only eat steak. And it had been 2 weeks without any other taste in my mouth. So that was really, really difficult. But once I started incorporating other types of animal products like eggs and different types of meats, it became really fun and actually really started to enjoy it. The first thing that I experienced in that first 2 weeks of carnivore and this strict carnivore diet was insane rapid weight loss. I've done intermittent fasting, I've done keto, I've done all of these different diets, but nothing has made me burn fat that fast. I think I lost like 3 or 4 kilos of fat just in that first 2 weeks, which is something like 6, 7, 8 pounds. And you could just, every day I could feel more fat falling off my body and I could see it too, which is really, really fast for a diet. The other thing that I saw right away was this huge boost and increase in energy. Like I didn't realize how much energy I could have. And on my other diet, I was just having a balanced diet of meat and carbs and really healthy, clean vegetables. And after a big meal, I would be feeling a little bit bloated and feel like I need to take a nap. But on carnivore diet, I can have this like giant 350 gram steak, 5 eggs, bacon, sausage, and immediately after I eat that meal, I feel like I'm full of life and full of energy. So I don't have any crashes. I'm not feeling like I need to take a nap. And this has just like opened up so much more space and free time for me where I'm just like, I'm never tired. I have so much energy. And even after a meal like that, I feel like I can go for a walk, I can do some kettlebell stuff like immediately after. I don't have this bloat. And most people think like, oh my God, if you're gonna eat like a giant meal like that and a steak, you're gonna be in a coma. And I'm like immediately supercharged with energy. So that's been another really cool part of this diet. When it comes to sexual performance, that's not something I even considered when I was gonna start the carnivore diet. I was a vegan for like 2.5 years. And when I was on that diet, I was definitely a part of that kind of cult where you're just attacking people who ate meat, telling them how bad it was for them and how bad it is for the environment and all of these different reasons. And I was watching movies and documentaries like What the Health and Game Changers. So I was really impacted by all of this information that they were feeding me. One part of Game Changers that really stuck out for me was this study that they did on sexual health and how it relates to your diet. So they tested a couple of, I think, college athletes and checked out how was their erection strength overnight to see how hard they were and the frequency of erections and how long they held their erections for. So I don't know anything about this study. It seemed like pretty small study and not a lot of days and data, but what they came back with was that the athlete who had a vegan diet before sleep or that day had increasingly larger amounts of erections, erection strength, and duration compared to the other guys who are eating like a chicken burrito or a beef burrito. So after seeing this movie, I definitely thought that, okay, this makes total sense. You know, increased blood flow in the body will increase your erections, will make your erections better. Having been a vegan for 2 years and now experienced carnivore diet for 2 months, I can share that my experience is completely different when it comes to my sexual health. I am completely shocked, and it's not some sort of study that I conducted. There's no evidence. This is just my experience and what I've been able to feel inside of my body. What I have noticed so far is that my erections are harder, I can keep my erections for longer, and my penis is bigger when I'm hard. I don't know what this is from. This could be because of a huge increase in testosterone, but I'm not sure. I've never been tested, so I don't know my testosterone levels. It could also be that I just feel so good in my body, and I also feel really confident in the way that my body is looking. So I just feel like everything is going to work at 100% capacity right now. My body is fitter, so I definitely feel more confident and sexy in the way that I look. So this can also contribute to that. I have no idea exactly what it is, but what I can tell you is the carnivore diet has definitely made my erections harder and bigger. Aside from these huge benefits that I've seen for my sexual health, I've also had these other benefits of increasing my lean muscle mass and decreasing my body fat. This is probably the least that I've worked out ever in my life. I don't have a gym membership. I haven't been to a gym in over 5 months. And I used to be one of those guys who was pretty obsessed with weightlifting and trying to obtain the perfect body. So I would be in the gym 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes doing 2-a-days cardio in the morning. And right now, I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing 2 minutes a day maybe with some kettlebell work, whether it's swings or squats or thrusters, just like 25 of each, 2 minutes, done. I do take walks sometimes during the day, and also I do love surfing, so I'm surfing as many times a week as possible, which is also a really good cardio. But still, it's nowhere near the same as doing high intensity workouts and heavy weight training. So before, when I would be doing a diet and doing a workout plan, it would be for a specific physique. I would be trying to, get bigger biceps and increase my muscle mass. But this diet, I'm just literally experiencing the diet. I wanted to see if I could do this challenge for that first month, and it has just kept rolling over, and I just see all of these amazing benefits. So far, when I really break it down, I'm actually really loving this diet. It's super simple. You know exactly what you can and cannot eat, which to some people can feel limiting, but I really enjoy cooking meat and trying all these different cuts of meat. So it's been really fun for me. There's also this added benefit for me that you get to cook your own steaks and try and perfect the perfect cook on a steak and try all these techniques. So that's been really fun for me. And there's something about, this might sound stupid and stereotypical, but being a man and cooking your own steak and eating a steak, there's some real vitality that I feel when I cook and eat a steak. And it's like I'm connecting to this primal part of me, this ancestral past of, as a hunter and cooking my own meat and eating it. So that's also a really fun part for me. So as much as I'm sharing how much I'm enjoying this diet, I'm definitely not telling you that you should do the carnivore diet. However, if you feel called and you're interested, I would say, why not? Give it a try, see what happens. Try it for a couple of weeks and see what happens inside your body. For me, it's really hard to conceptualize and understand how this can be a long-term and sustainable diet. My whole life, especially as a vegan, I've thought I need vegetables to survive, and I need vegetables to get certain nutrients and vitamins. So it's just really hard to understand how I could survive as a human just eating meat. Right now, it's been a little over 2 months for me. And for me to say that I would be doing this diet for the next year or a couple of years, it's just too hard to understand. I just can't see that happening. But at the same time, I really am loving this diet so much. And now, because I'm feeling so good in my body and everything's working the way that I want to, and physically just feel so good. It's also hard for me to think that I'm going to incorporate carbs or, vegetables back into my diet because I really don't want to sacrifice how good I feel right now. My energy is up, my sex life has improved, my mental clarity is better, and these are just benefits that I'm not willing to give up right now. But hey, let's see what happens. Never say never. I was a vegan who said I would never eat meat again, and that was my way. So here I am as a carnivore, and you just never know what's gonna happen, and I'm open to all new ideas. I might find out that this diet isn't great long-term, so I might be making an adjustment, but all I can share is that in these first 2 months, this is what I've experienced, and it has been amazing for me. This diet has definitely increased my personal confidence. I just feel so good in my body. I feel like I look good, so I just feel sexier. And this added benefit that my erections are harder, I'm able to keep my erections longer, and my erections are feeling bigger is just such an amazing added bonus to this diet. Again, when it comes to diet, I think it's super important for you to try everything, see what works for you, and see what works best for your body. If you're on a vegan diet or some other diet and you're experiencing amazing sexual health, then definitely continue to do that. There's no reason to switch if you're having amazing results. However, if you're experiencing some issues with your libido, erectile dysfunction, or performance anxiety, and you've already tried a bunch of different diets and nothing is working, hit the link in the description for my free training on how you can last as long as you want in the bedroom and pleasure any woman in ways she'll never forget. If you thought this video was of value to you, hit that like button and subscribe and leave a comment below. Have you ever tried the carnivore diet? Have you experienced these changes in your sexual health, whether it's your libido or an increase in your erections and the strength of your erections? Let me know in the comment section and feel free to suggest topics for new videos. I'm Alex Grundy from Superior Lovers, and I'll see you around.